live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good Monday morning, everyone. It is 9 o'clock in the morning on River Parade Day.
That's right. Happy Monday, happy Fiesta Monday, and you get to go today, right?
Yes, going out with the family. Got my mom in town, so my mom, my aunt, and my wife, of course, we're going to be hanging out at the River Parade today, and got to do a couple of Fiesta things over the weekend.
So were you there? You were saying Taste of New Orleans when it was cold or when it was like humid? Okay.
So I got there a little bit later in the evening, but shout out to the Zulu Association. They do a great job putting on that event. Great music, great food, and of course some good drinks out there as well. But it was a little bit chilly as the night progressed.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the usual Fiesta we expect, but at least it'll be nice for the River Parade, right?
It will be. And yesterday, yeah, you're right. It got a little chilly from time to time, but boy, what a great day for April, for being honest here. And today's going to be pretty nice too. A little warmer, okay, but by this evening, you're going to feel great if you're heading out to the River Parade. I want to start with the radar because we do actually have a few showers out there, believe it or not, but these are all well south of San Antonio, and they are tracking east-southeast. So these are not headed our way, but if you're watching from, say, Kennedy or Goliad, you can see a sprinkle or two before these die down. And in fact, we've got the sun out here in San Antonio, so we're not going to worry too much about any sort of rain. Here is the high temperature for this afternoon, 74. Not bad, not bad. 72 in Fair Oaks Ranch, 73 Kerrville, 73 in Pearsall today. With mostly clear skies. There's a look at your River Parade forecast. It's 5 o'clock, 74, 72 at 7 p.m., and then down to 68 by 9 p.m. Almost cool. Not as much wind as yesterday. All in all, pretty good looking forecast for the River Parade. Now, things change, though, as we go throughout the rest of the week. The River Parade will be very different from the Battle of Flowers because humidity starts to return as early as Tuesday, and that means more clouds are in our forecast. And how long has it been since we've seen significant rainfall? Now, we did get some rain over the weekend, but how long has it been since we've had, say, 2 or 3 inches in one rain event? We're going to look back at that because the drought continues. And then storms. Could we see a few on Friday for Battle of Flowers? We're going to take a look at that forecast for you coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys?
Yeah, Justin, I know a lot of people paying attention to that forecast as we get closer to the parades. Quick check of TransGuide here, 410 Blanco Road. Traffic moving pretty smooth there as we're seeing the sun shine through on a lot of these TransGuide cameras. And of course, later tonight, Stephanie, with the River Parade, a lot of people going to be in the downtown area.
Oh my goodness,
so
yes.
Rideshare would probably be a good idea if you're headed down there.
And you said there is a coupon code for some of the, like Uber?
For Uber, yes. Viva 2024.
There you go.
Simple enough.
Just anything to get you there safely.
Absolutely. All right, here's today's 9 at 9. Former President Donald Trump back in a Manhattan courtroom today for opening statements in his hush money trial. After opening statements, witness testimony will begin. The trial is expected to take at least 6 weeks with court in session 4 days per week.
House Republicans are divided over Speaker Mike Johnson. The controversy involves legislation to ban TikTok and provide foreign aid to allies. The 4 bills passed the House on Saturday, and the Senate is set to take it up tomorrow. Right now, it looks like the bill has a strong chance of becoming law.
The Jewish holiday of Passover starts at sundown today. It commemorates the biblical story of the Jewish people's escape from slavery in ancient Egypt. But with an ongoing war in Gaza and acts of anti-Semitism in the U.S., Passover may be difficult for some. Anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. more than doubled last year.
The United Auto Workers Union is celebrating a big win. 73% of the workers at a Volkswagen plant in Tennessee have voted to join the union. It is the first time workers at a Southern plant owned by a foreign car company have opted to organize. Workers at a pair of Mercedes plants in Alabama will vote next month on possibly joining the union.
The number of high school seniors who have submitted applications for financial aid is down significantly this year. Only 37% of seniors have submitted their FAFSA so far. While students still have time to submit the application, the typical May 1st college decision deadline is fast approaching. The new version of the FAFSA has been plagued by delays, technical glitches, and administrative mistakes.
The party continues this week. Tonight is the Texas Cavaliers River Parade, and Niosa kicks off tomorrow. Then the Battle of Flowers Parade is Friday morning, and the Flambeau Parade Saturday night. So you can head over to KSAT.com for your full Fiesta guide and tune in to KSAT 12 for all of our parade broadcasts.
And Spurs phenom Victor Wembanyama has been selected as a finalist for Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Wemby finished the season ahead of all rookies in points, rebounds, and field goals made, while leading the entire league in blocks and steals combined. The league is expected to begin announcing winners periodically over the coming days.
An apparent new security step for those using Google Wallet with the Wear operating system. Users are now being required to enter a PIN before tap-to-pay transactions are allowed. Until now, you just had to open the Watch app and tap to make a purchase.
And Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department is off to a huge start. According to Billboard, the double album sold 1.6 million equivalent album units, not the first week of release, but the first day. No album has topped 1 million units in a week since Swift's album 1989, Taylor's version, last year. And that's today's 9 at 9.
All right, got the music going there. Fiesta continuing this weekend tonight. The Riverwalk will light up with colorful barges for the 79th Texas Cavaliers River Parade.
That's right. So thousands of people will gather to watch this unique parade. And Tiffany Huertas has a preview this morning of what to expect. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning. Viva Fiesta, of course, on this Monday. And we are here at the beautiful Arneson Theater. Check it out. It is all set. For months, the Texas Cavaliers have been organizing, planning, and more planning and getting ready for today. They have placed just some of the chairs along the Riverwalk, and in total, there's going to be over 18,000 chairs. And we have this year's River Parade Marshal, Jonathan Deere, once again with us. How exciting. What a great day.
I know, it's great. We're really excited.
And you have your vest because it's a little chilly.
It's a little chilly, but I think the weather's going to be perfect.
It's going to be perfect. Now, you had a lot of responsibility as the Marshal. Tell us about some of the things you did.
Sure. So part of our planning process is, to get ready to put this parade on. Having the floats get ready and everything like that. But we also, we raise a lot of money. So we pick a charitable honoree, we pick a theme.
And what's this year's theme?
The theme is Viva America, Great American Landmarks. So you're going to see everything from the Statue of Liberty to the Grand Canyon and a lot of the great landmarks our country has to offer. Another big part is to have these volunteers that come together. We have around 150 or more people that come together. Everything from people that put the chairs out to the people that work on boat motors and everything in between. So it's a big part of being parade marshal to select these gentlemen that do this, and the volunteers, their roles change every year. So it's very interesting and a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, a lot of chairs. So tell us who will be filling up these chairs.
Okay, so like you said, we'll have over 18,000 chairs, which is amazing. And then another probably 150,000 or more people will be down here without a chair because there's a lot of places on the river where you can just hang out. So we sell to the general public, of course, but we also have our 3 major programs. We have a military program, we have a children's program, and a first responder program. And we provide seats to those people to come and enjoy the parade with their families. It's a really neat deal for us, and we're very honored to do that.
Amazing. What are you looking forward to the most tonight?
Oh my gosh, it's about a year of planning has gone into this, and the fact that we're finally here, it's I'm nervous but very excited, and just can't wait to see all the floats on the water. It's really going to be different this year. We're going to have a lot more lights and a lot more sound, and it's going to be something special.
So we're saving our energy.
Right.
So we're just talking really low right now, and then we go crazy tonight. Well, thank you for joining us. The parade starts at 7 p.m. on the northern part of the San Antonio River near Navarro Street. Now, KSAT will start coverage at 6:30 p.m. with the Texas Cavaliers military pre-party. The parade coverage will take place from 7 to 9 p.m., followed by the SA Live River Parade after party from 9 to 10 p.m. So there's so much opportunity where you can watch KSAT's live coverage on KSAT 12, KSAT Plus, YouTube, and KSAT.com. And of course, you're watching KSAT. Well, we have to end it off with Viva Fiesta.
Of course.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Viva Fiesta! We'll send it back to you.
Nicely done.
Yes.
Now we're all awake Monday morning. Thank you, Tiffany.
And yes, we are getting ready for the River Parade tonight. Of course, the Cavaliers do a great job. King Antonio, the whole crew going to be out there. But we are also looking ahead because there is still time to get your tickets for our special parade parties for the day parade and the night parade. That would be the Battle of Flowers and the Flambeau parades that are taking place later this week and the weekend. You can scan the QR codes right there on your screens to buy tickets. You can choose between either parade, or you know what, just go ahead and get both, right, Stephanie?
Right? I mean, that's what I did. I got both for my husband and my daughter for both parades, so we'll be out there. And besides getting a great seat for the parades, you can also get food and drink and tickets and a chance to hang out with some of us. We'll be out there, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope to see you out there. And when we last checked, the night parade tickets were selling out faster than the day parade, just a side note there. So make sure to get yours before we sell out.
Yeah, we have the seating chart and everything there, so you could pick those seats directly. And we mentioned it briefly during the 9 at 9, but NIOSA is kicking off tomorrow. Crews were setting up for it this weekend out there at La Villita, and in about an hour, the rain rock will be hung up. The tradition happens every year before the festival to ward off bad weather.
Yeah, let's hope it works. The 4-night festival begins the Conservation Society of San Antonio, one of the nation's oldest and most active historic preservation organizations. NIOSA will be from 5:30 to 10 p.m. each night. And again, this starts tomorrow through Friday at La Villita. And tickets, just a reminder, are $20. And there are tons of other Fiesta events going on through Sunday. You can go ahead and scan that QR code, the little one there in the corner of your screen. It will take you to our Fiesta guide on KSAT.com. You can find all the information for all the different events for our live coverage, the parade routes, the street closures, plus where to park. Of course, that's a big one, where to park, and especially like the street closure going on right there on Alamo.
Yeah, so that's going to be important. So we do have that information on KSAT.com as well. One of our digital journalists, Rebecca, put together this great piece on what street closures are going to be taking place, especially around La Villita. It's going to be very busy there, for sure.
Yes, it is, especially on Thursday and Friday, because we also have the comeback of La Semana Alegre, and that's like almost across the street.
Yeah, Civic Park, right?
Yes, exactly.
There's a lot going on.
Yes, there is. A lot of options out there for you.
All right, time now is at 9:09 on your Monday morning and 58 degrees outside.
Well, still ahead on GMSA at 9. We are celebrating our planet today. It is Earth Day, and later in the show, we're going to speak with a NASA scientists about what they're learning about our planet and some of their favorite things.
Your 2024 Fiesta Royalty, powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
I'm London Keeler, and I'm the 55th Miss Queen of Soul.
Meet this year's Queen of Soul. London Keeler is a sophomore biology major at the University of Texas at San Antonio.
My brothers are in medicine as well, so I kind of want to follow in their footsteps.
Her family's time in the military is what first brought her to San Antonio.
I was originally born in Tampa, Florida. My family's Air Force, but I moved here in 2016. I just love the people. Everywhere I've moved to, not a lot of people really understand the military life, so being here in San Antonio, it's been really welcoming.
Growing up, London says she hardly took the chance to explore the city. That all changed, though, when her mom encouraged her to join the Queen of Soul organization.
I was really an introvert. I like to do things on my own timing, but she wanted me to try something new that would get me out of my shell, and Queen of Soul did that for me.
Until now, London's only experience with Fiesta was watching the parades on TV.
But now that I'm actually in Fiesta, I'm taking advantage of this, and I'm just really trying to enjoy every moment. All the people that I meet, all the events that I've attended to have just been really fun, and I can't wait for Fiesta.
London is the 55th young woman to be crowned Queen of Soul.
They were built in, 1968? To help give African American women a seat at the table of Fiesta, and I just want to keep making sure that I'm pushing that envelope and spreading that word. Viva Fiesta!
Yay, we are so excited. It is Fiesta Week and Fiesta Monday, and there you're looking at the Arneson River Theater getting ready for the Texas Cavaliers River Parade tonight.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of people in the downtown area, a lot of fun there for that annual tradition. It's such a unique thing about San Antonio having the River Parade there, and it's absolutely gorgeous every year.
Which seat was yours? One of those, right?
I'm not going to be in that area, but I will be along the river somewhere.
Along the parade route.
Yeah, I don't, David Sears and Myra, they got the front row seat right there.
Yes, they will be there.
Yeah.
Also, the rain rock goes out in about an hour, and you said it's there to ward off bad weather. Well, it depends on what people's definition is of bad weather. I think that if it's really hot and humid, and if it rains just a little bit on NIOSA, I don't think anyone complains.
No,
that's true. Cools things down.
That's true.
But here's what I can tell you. I don't think we're going to have a lot of rain chances for NIOSA. It's not going to be until Friday that we start to add back in some rain chances.
Okay.
So let's take a look at the radar. With that being said, there is some rain out there right now. It's just well south of San Antonio. We've got a couple showers down there, Kennedy and Goliad. These are moving east and away from us, so we're not going to worry about this too much. But if you are watching from, say, Three Rivers, you're getting a little bit of rain at this hour, so welcome rain. And there was maybe a few sprinkles around Kennedy, but for the most part, these are dying down. Which brings us to our next question. How many days has it been since San Antonio International Airport has seen an inch or more of rain? It's been 12 days. Back on April 9th, if you remember, we got some good rain there. How long has it been since we got 2 inches or more? And basically, this goes for 3 inches or more, too. 90 days. That was back on January 21st through the 24th. We picked up a good amount of rain over, a 3 to 4 day period. But since then, it's been fairly dry. I keep waiting for one of these big rain events where we fill up the rain gauges around town, and it just hasn't happened yet. We still have a lot more spring to go, and we'll see. But certainly not in the forecast today. Noontime 66. What a beautiful day, by the way. 72 at 3 o'clock, 74 at 4 p.m. And we'll see temperatures top out at about 74 and then slip down into the 70s tonight. So for the River Parade, perfect 68 at 9 o'clock. I mean, you can't ask for better weather. There are some clouds off in the distance, but for the moment, we've got blue skies over San Antonio International, 58 degrees there, 59 New Braunfels, 54 in Bernie, 53 in Kerrville, and light winds. As you look across the country, this cool air is kind of worked in a lot of spots. It's a really nice start here for late April, including here in Texas. Even Maine, parts of Maine below freezing, 29 right now in Caribou, Maine. But most of Texas in the 50s right now. So what do we have to look forward to? It's going to be fairly quiet. We're actually going to get a ridge building in by the middle part of the week. That does a couple of things. We get more moisture, we get more heat, and quiet weather. It's this low, though, that we're going to watch. It slowly moves towards the plains as we get into Friday morning. With that, it'll bring in a frontal boundary and a chance for some showers and storms. I think a couple strong ones could be mixed in there. It's also going to, again, usher in more humidity. So next couple days, you'll start to see these humidity numbers come up. And by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and really for the foreseeable future after that, we're going to have these dew points rather high. So that means we're going to have to think about heat index values too. If you're heading out to Battle of Flowers or Flambeau, know that it could be a little bit warm, especially early on with Flambeau or late for Battle of Flowers when you factor in the humidity. Here's how it looks in the 7-day forecast. 76 Tuesday, 82 Wednesday, 84 Thursday. And by the way, as humidity returns, there could be some patchy fog, some of the morning clouds, maybe some morning mist and drizzle those days. And then we're going to put in a 30% chance of rain late on Friday for Battle of Flowers. Now, this is a big if we got storms, they could be strong, so it needs to be watched, but the risk of seeing a storm is low, if that makes any sense. 88 Saturday for Flambeau. That's going to be one of the warmer days. And then we'll have another chance for some storms on Sunday. So it perhaps gets a little bit active towards the end of the forecast there, but nothing that, no huge rain chances.
Well, it rained last year in Nioso on Friday.
They got washed out for a bit.
Right.
But people kept partying after.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
yes,
went.
But yeah, it was.
Find some shelter for a little bit.
Well, I was prepared because I listened to you guys, and I wore my Fiesta rain boots.
Oh, good.
Well, I call them that. They're just rain boots, but but maybe we should market that, right?
Yes.
With you never know what you'll run into. But I was nice and dry with the rain boots, and of course it was still a good time.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, I mean, people are still going to have a good time for sure.
Regardless of the weather.
But still good to know what you need to take out there. Thank you very much, Justin. All right, 9:20 right now, and we're really looking at 58 degrees outside.
Yeah, a little chilly. Fiesta is all about having a good time and raising money for a good cause, but do you know the history behind it? Well, KSAT explains when we come back. Well, welcome back. It is 9:23, and Fiesta is all the city's talking about right now. But have you ever heard the story of how it all got started? Where did the royalty come from? How did medals become an obsession?
Yes, all of these burning questions here. Myra Arthur gives us those answers in the latest edition of KSAT Explains. Here's part of her story.
Everybody wants to think it's all about the going to the parties, but this is a storytelling. Fiesta San Antonio is storytelling.
The crowns, the medals, the chicken on a stick, they're what make Fiesta, Fiesta. But let's rewind, clear away the confetti, and head back to 1891, where the roots of Fiesta were planted in the Battle of Flowers Parade. A group of women came up with a plan in 1891 to honor Texas heroes.
Women got together to celebrate the Battle of San Jacinto and the Alamo.
Imagine horse-drawn carriages, bicycles decorated with fresh flowers, and floats carrying children dressed as flowers. Today, Battle of Flowers is the largest parade of Fiesta and still honors those fallen Texas heroes. It's the only parade in the country planned and directed by all women. After the success of that first Battle of Flowers parade, that's when the idea of royalty blossomed. Before Fiesta, there used to be something called Spring Carnival in San Antonio.
It was somewhat disorganized, which started leading to why these women started gathering and wanted a little bit more of a formal event and repeated it the next year.
That event had royalty, and it's where the idea for Fiesta royalty came from. The early unofficial kings were given some creative names. King Selamat, that's tamales spelled backwards, or King Omala, Alamo spelled backwards. It was 1909 when the ladies started to rule over Fiesta. That's the year the Order of the Alamo was founded, aimed at preserving the stories of Texas independence. The Order of the Alamo selects a queen and her court each year.
These gowns and trains and headpieces and handpieces are worn by the queen, princess, and 24 duchesses that the Order of the Alamo crowns.
Their gowns are elaborate, elegant, and they have a theme.
The order designates a mistress of the robes who spends a year designing, coming up with a theme, designing the dresses for each individual woman involved.
The Whitty Museum has hundreds of these dresses in its collection, and each year during Fiesta, they choose some to display.
Being able to provide a glimpse of the past of the celebration I feel like allows people to really embrace what it means for San Antonio now.
Gorgeous gowns there. Again, that was the first part of our KSAT Explains Fiesta story. So go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen. It will take you to our YouTube page where you can catch the full story. And Mari goes into the history of the Texas Cavaliers River Parade, the royalty members, and of course, the highly sought after Fiesta medal. So make sure to check it out.
Yeah, the medals are really interesting backstory with those, so make sure to check that out. I know that a lot of people are on about looking for different medals, different designs. We have the Kasky one right here.
I know, we were just looking at it
is super interesting. Yeah.
It's Kasky Eclipse, so that's pretty cool. Like for this year. Oh, look, okay, we're gonna show this one. So this is pretty cool here.
And he spins.
Let's see. Oh.
Yep, there you go.
There you go. And then it's Viva Fiesta on the other side.
Yeah, these medals just get more elaborate and more designs every year. It is really cool to see. All right, 9:27 right now, and we are up to 60 degrees outside right now.
Yeah, still a little cool. And we have more coming up on GMSA, including our chat with the NASA scientists about what they're learning about our planet and some of the trends that they're seeing.
All right, we're going to be talking some sports here in just a bit. Victor Wembanyama on the ballot for 2 big-time awards, so we'll check in on that. And we're also going to be talking about them San Antonio Brahmas taking care of business at the Dome. Sports coming up in just a little bit.
Let's look out there with live cam. We had a nice, cool morning today after that nice, pretty day yesterday.
Yeah, beautiful skies out there as we get set for the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. And of course, after a little bit of a chilly weekend too as well.
Yeah, it was a little cool on Sunday at least. And now we're seeing some great weather this morning. Should be really nice as you guys chat for the River Parade. Hey, we got Fiesta going on here. I want to take you down to Port A. And this is Sandfest. I always think this is so cool. So they make all these sandcastles. But correct me if I'm wrong, that's the dude, right? From The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges. That is impressive.
That's awesome.
Mine never looked like that. But anyway, great job. That is a fun event down there. And they had good weather, so that's good to hear as well. Thank you for submitting that picture. Pollen count is in. Molds are moderate. Pecan is moderate. So pecan comes up a little bit. Molds drop. but nothing really concerning there in the pollen count. And here is the forecast once again for the Texas Cavaliers River Parade tonight at 5 o'clock, 74. We'll call it partly cloudy. I think it'll be mostly clear around 7 o'clock, 72, and 68 at 9 o'clock. It doesn't get much better than that. Great, great weather. Changes a little bit, though, later this week. More humidity and maybe a chance for some storms. We'll discuss coming up here in just a couple minutes.
All right, a lot of people are going to be paying attention to that forecast. Thank you very much, Justin. Well, today is also Earth Day. This is an annual global celebration of our home planet.
And as we celebrate Earth today, let's raise awareness about the importance of protecting our fragile planet.
And joining us now is Dr. Kate Calvin out there in NASA. She's a chief scientist and senior climate advisor. She's going to help us celebrate Earth Day the right way here and give us the inside scoop on what NASA is learning about our home planet. Good morning, Dr. Calvin.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Well,
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. On Earth Day, we hear that NASA's newest Earth observing satellite called PACE has the newest screenshots of Earth's oceans from space. Can you show us some of these views?
Absolutely. So PACE, the Plankton, Aerosol, Cloud, and Ocean Ecosystem Satellite, it launched a couple of months ago, and it's giving us these brand new views of our ocean. So it's global, so we're seeing all of the Earth's oceans, and we can actually look in and see the color of the ocean. So we can see what's living in that surface ocean, and that gives us really important information about fisheries, about harmful algal blooms, about climate, just by understanding the color of the ocean. It's also able to give us information about the atmosphere and these aerosols and help us better understand our planet and how it's changing.
Yeah, that is incredibly interesting stuff. I still remember learning as a kid that most of our planet was covered by water, in fact, 70%. So it's fitting that, of course, on this Earth Day, we're focusing on the oceans themselves. NASA's PACE satellite is looking at the color of the oceans around the globe. What exactly is ocean color, and what does it tell us about the health of our oceans?
So our oceans, they're not just blue. We also see swirls of green, and that what color the ocean surface looks like depends on what's living in it. So there are these tiny living creatures called phytoplankton, or tiny living things called phytoplankton, that they absorb sunlight and carbon dioxide, and they're green in color. And what the color of the ocean is depends on how much phytoplankton and what type. And by better understanding the type of phytoplankton we have, we can provide information on what's happening in the ocean and how it affects people's lives around the world.
All right, I know we're talking about oceans now. Let's talk about hot, dry weather. Well, 2023 was a year of extremes across the globe, including being the warmest year on the record. So in our area, we are still experiencing droughts in here and there, and we always deal with those hot temperatures. So can you talk about how this kind of fits into the longer term trends that you're seeing?
So 2023 was the hottest year on record, and overall we're seeing a trend towards increasing temperatures, and along with that we see different impacts depending on where you are. So we are seeing more droughts in some parts of the world. We're seeing more extreme heat events. We're seeing increases in sea level. We're seeing changes in storms, and all of that affects people and ecosystems all around the world. And one of the things that we're doing at NASA is observing the Earth, seeing what it looks like today and how it's changed over time, and providing that information to people so they can understand what's happening where they live.
All right, Dr. Calvin, so this is going to be the toughest question, okay? Not really, but we've seen some incredible images that you've already shown us, but what is your favorite thing on Earth to see from space?
Oh, there's so much beautiful parts of Earth on space. I'm someone that likes to spend time hiking, and so I like looking at trees. But seeing these new PACE images, our ocean is just absolutely beautiful. And there's a lot of scientific information in those images. So something for scientists and something for people.
All right, that was Dr. Kate Calvin, the chief scientist with NASA. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Calvin. Some really interesting things there. Absolutely love seeing all that stuff from the skies above. Okay, moving on to another story here. Now to a big story that's obviously making headlines. Former President Donald Trump in court again this morning with opening statements expected to begin in Manhattan in the DA Alvin Bragg's criminal hush money case.
Well, now Trump stands accused of falsifying business records in order to keep an alleged affair with an adult film star out of public eye in the final weeks before the 2016 election.
CNN's Gloria Pazimo joins us now with details about the jury selection process, which wrapped up faster than many experts predicted that it might.
It is the people of the state of New York versus Donald J. Trump this morning. We are just a short moments away from opening statements when prosecutors will formally present the case to 12 jurors. The stakes could not be any higher. If he is convicted, Trump will become a felon, facing 3 other criminal trials while continuing his bid for the White House.
We have our full panel. That's what Judge Juan Merchan announced midday Friday after a week-long search for a jury in former President Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial in Manhattan. 12 jurors and 6 alternates, 8 men and 10 women will decide if Donald Trump broke the law by falsifying business records in an attempt to cover up an alleged sexual encounter with adult film star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 presidential campaign. Trump denies the charges and that the encounter took place. Prospective jurors were asked if they could be impartial. Juror number 11 told the court that Trump, quote, seems very selfish and self-serving. Juror number 5 said she liked that Trump, quote, speaks his mind. Trump has been claiming he's unable to get a fair trial in heavily Democratic Manhattan. But what do people who actually live here think?
Yes, I would totally be fair and impartial because that's what I believe in. And I'm always, I'm a New Yorker. I'm upfront and I'm honest about everything.
I don't have any biased opinion about him. I think people should be judged by what they've done before.
Trump continues to bemoan that his campaign has been put on ice.
It's a shame. And I'm sitting here for days now, from morning till night.
Now, Trump's defense team is expected to seize on apparent vulnerabilities of the case, including the credibility of a star witness, as well as Trump's culpability and the legal complexities of the case. Reporting in Lower Manhattan, Gloria Pasmino, back to you.
And Trump has told reporters he will testify during the trial, so we're going to continue to follow this story.
All right, it is 9:39 right now on your Monday morning, and we're up to 60 degrees outside. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Well, still to come, your morning sports. We're going to recap the Brahmas' win this weekend against the Michigan Panthers and talk about Wemby possibly becoming the NBA Rookie of the Year. And welcome back. It's 9:42. Let's look out there with ZooCam, our friends, the flamingos, basking in the sun. Well, I say basking, but it's 60 degrees out there. A little chilly for an April morning.
Very bright pink out there, our flamingos, obviously representing for Fiesta.
That's right. They are ready for Fiesta for sure.
Looking ahead to tonight. Reppin', the flamingos.
Yes. Yeah, Fiesta. This week is going to see a little bit of everything in the sense that we're going to start off really nice today. So the river parade's nice, but by the end of the week, humidity and heat.
Boo!
Which we've dealt with before. Just is what it is. Let me show you as far as temperatures go. And, the other thing we're going to have to talk about is heat index. I hate to do it, but it's where we are. 74 today. No heat index. We've got low humidity. It's perfect. Not a lot of heat index tomorrow either. But as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and look, this isn't horrible, okay, but there is enough humidity there where it's going to feel a little bit warmer than the actual air temperature. And by the time we get to Battle of Flowers on Friday, you're looking at temperatures in the 80s. It could feel like 87. Now, granted, Battle of Flowers is in the morning, so that helps a little bit. But just know it's going to get a little more steamy. And you may need sunscreen and all that fun stuff. Plenty of water if you're going to be out and about. 58 right now, 44 the dew point. East-northeasterly winds at about 9. It is absolutely gorgeous out there this hour. Go out and soak it up because we're not going to get many more days like this. Satellite picture shows we have quite a bit of cloud cover out west. We're seeing sun here in San Antonio, and I think these clouds in general break up a little bit, but we'll call for a partly cloudy to mostly sunny day. 64 in Del Rio, and that's underneath those clouds. 63 Carrizo Springs, 62 in Uvalde. We've got 59 LaGrange, 62 in Gonzales, 59 New Braunfels. No matter where you go, it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. We do have a few 60s starting to show up here in town. This is where we end up. 74 later today, 73 in Elmendorf, 75 in Floresville, and 73 in Gonzales. So pretty uniform numbers. And there are a few showers passing to our south, a little bit of a disturbance. And that's why we're getting some of those clouds out to the west as well. But this scoots south of us, and I don't think we get any rain out of it here in San Antonio. As you look at the bigger picture, this is actually a very, very quiet weather map for the country. We're kind of saying goodbye to one big system here, and we're going to get a break in the action until our next one arrives, and that moves into the west coast as we get into midweek. This is the low we're going to watch because as it moves east, northeast, Granted, it's very far north of us. This is going to be our next rain maker. Now, the greatest risk of severe weather is going to be from Omaha to Dallas, and this is on Friday. Friday we're talking about, so this is way down the line. But with a frontal boundary coming in, this will be our next risk of severe weather. And with that being said, even as far south as San Antonio, we're going to have a dry line setting up. There'll be a frontal boundary around. There could be a couple of storms down here, but we'd be on the very tail end of things. So we have put in a 30% chance of rain, and if we get a storm to develop, then it could be strong to severe. That's just something to watch. We're not going to talk too much about severe weather yet because this is still several days away. But as we get closer, we'll certainly keep you posted on that. And I know that's, again, Battle of Flowers Day. The good news is I think if we see any storms, it'd probably be in the afternoon, and Battle of Flowers is in the morning. 82 Wednesday, 84 Thursday. 83 Friday, and then upper 80s Saturday. Saturday could be pretty hot, and then we'll have another chance of a few storms on Sunday.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Well, the NBA revealed the finalists for the league's postseason awards, and to no surprise, the one and only right there, you see him, Wemby. Victor Wembanyama is a finalist for Rookie of the Year and also Defensive Player of the Year. Wemby finished the season ahead of all rookies in points, rebounds, and field goals made, while leading the entire NBA in blocks and steals combined. That's called stocks when you combine the two words right there. He's the overwhelming favorite to become the third Spurs player to ever win Rookie of the Year, behind Timmy and David Robinson, some Spurs greats there. And if Wemby were to make first team all defense, he'd be the first rookie to do so in NBA history. That's incredible stuff there. So the awards are voted on by a panel of reporters and broadcasters who covered the league. They mailed in their ballots before the start of the play-in tournament. So this is regular season based. The league is expected to begin announcing winners over the next few days. Good stuff there.
Exciting.
Also, I did see, speaking of Wemby, where his jersey was like the 4th top selling jersey of all NBA players.
I can imagine.
You need to get your Wemby jersey.
I know. I need to. I'm late to the show on that one. But yeah,
get Bruni a Wemby jersey?
We all need that. Yeah, I'm surprised she hasn't asked for one yet. Next Spurs game, I'm sure.
There we go.
But yeah, I'm excited for Wemby. I'm excited also, we were talking earlier about it being Fiesta, and in San Antonio we're spoiled. Usually it's, the playoffs and Fiesta, maybe next year.
Next year, yes. Yeah. Usually Spurs playoffs, Fiesta synonymous with one another, but I think Wemby will get us back there. But speaking of Fiesta, hey, there was a big party at the Alamo Dome over the weekend. Busy weekend downtown. Not only did you have the Fiesta Carnival there at the Dome, you also had the Brahmas playing on national TV inside the Alamo Dome. Check this out. Bernie High School alum Quentin Dormady, we were talking about him all last week. He was 23 for 37. 269 yards and a touchdown in his debut for the Brahmas. The hometown kid getting it done against the Michigan Panthers. Saw a touchdown right there. John Lovett rushed for 35 yards and a touchdown. But the defense was the story of this game. They stole the show, and San Antonio wins 19-9 in front of the home crowd, and they are now 3-1 on the season. Great start to the Brahmas there. Their next game here, Saturday, 6 o'clock. They're on the road taking on their rivals a little bit north here, the Arlington Renegades. San Antonio, Arlington. Fun Texas matchup.
All right, well, go Brahmas go. It's like horns forward, right?
Horns forward. There we go. Yes, yeah. They're having some fun out there at the Dome for their games.
Yeah, they are. It's good to see them get the win this weekend. Well, time now, 9:48 and 61 degrees for now.
Okay, if you're still after our Fiesta medals, tomorrow is your next chance to get one. All right, tomorrow morning we're going to be out at the Conviva KSAT. I said Stephanie's got going here with the music on Goliad Road. It's hard not to dance when you hear that.
We love it.
Yes. All right. So head out there and you could start lining up for the KSAT medal at 7 o'clock in the morning.
And tomorrow afternoon, David Alder will be out at the Circle K off of 1604 and New Gilboa Road. He will be handing out his medals, which are pretty cute, by the way. Those wheels actually move on the little car. Very cute. So you can start lining up for those at noon. This is tomorrow. We're going to have a few more medal giveaways throughout the week, so stay tuned to find out where we'll be next.
Would have gotten them all if they weren't so fast.
The animated action comedy Spy Family Code White opened in 5th place with $4.9 million. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare took in $9 million for a 4th place debut. Godzilla Kong: The New Empire took 3rd, making $9.5 million. It's at $172 million domestic.
Sammy, what the?
Abigail, about criminals who discover they've kidnapped a vampire, opened in second place, earning $10.2 million.
Okay, but you are angry with me. There is no version of this that isn't a mistake.
Civil War fought off the new competition and kept the crown for a second straight weekend on ticket sales of $11.1 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Abigail, that's it's got to check that one out.
That's something.
It looks scary.
Yes. Well, like we mentioned earlier, today is Earth Day, and there's no better day to save the world than today.
That's right. ABC's Danny New talks to some students in Manhattan about how they feel about the planet we all share.
What do you like about the Earth?
I like how it's blue and green. I love how the Earth keeps us healthy.
I mean, no Earth, we wouldn't be existing.
Wow. Where would we be?
Nowhere.
I really like that the Earth gives us nature.
We can't live on Mars, too hot. We can't live on Neptune.
The whole place gives us food.
We can't live on Venus, because then we'd be literally hot.
Adele, what is your favorite thing on Earth?
I don't know. My family, my friends. I think it might be the Grand Canyon. I like myself. Maybe McDonald's.
Is McDonald's paying you a big sum of money?
No,
But they should.
Yeah, I'm their loyal customer.
How can we make the Earth better?
I would clean up all of the dirty stuff. I would stop pollution. I would recycle.
Pick up the litter off the streets. It's everywhere.
By cleaning up the ocean. Pick up all the trash. I would recycle.
Do you think New York City is clean?
Not as much. Sometimes people don't pick up dog poop.
There's so much dog poop. Why is Earth Day important?
Earth Day is important because it's the day where we give back to the Earth.
Let's talk about Earth Day. It's Earth Day coming up. Earth Day! Oh my gosh, why do you like Earth Day?
I like Earth Day because the Earth is really dirty and we get to clean it up.
Oh, they give me hope. Thank you as always to Success Academy in Manhattan for having us. I know I'm going to definitely pick up some litter today because I am terrified of those children. They are all going to be president one day. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Cute.
Happy Earth Day, y'all.
Yeah.
Great weather today for the River Parade. 74, we'll call it partly cloudy. 76 tomorrow as Nyosa gets underway. But humidity does increase by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and there is a chance, small chance of a few storms late on Friday.
All right. Well, if you have a Fiesta sweater, tonight would be the night.
You may need it. Or
Yes.
a little bit of a blanket or something.
Yeah, but not later this week.
Thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with us on GMSA at 9. Have a good Monday.